Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today, we're going to be talking about how everybody is continuing to underestimate the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets have won their fourth straight game against the Los Angeles Lakers last night, 128-94. I was at that game last night. It was a great game for the Houston Rockets. I was really impressed with the way they played basketball against the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, I've seen people say this, and so this is not on my idea, but I do agree with what they're saying. People are taking, this is what I believe. I think people are making this game against the Lakers. They're making the Lakers loss more important than the Rockets win. The Rockets just completely blew out the Lakers, and Lakers fans will make excuses and cry all day saying Anthony Davis wasn't playing and they were missing so and so as well. But how does that excuse losing by 35 points or 34, whatever it was, 128-94, 34 points? I just don't. That doesn't excuse. Anthony Davis was, even if Anthony Davis was playing. I mean, was Anthony Davis going to go get 40 for you? I think the Rockets probably still would have won this game. Hate on me, but I think the Rockets still would have won if Anthony Davis played. It would have been. I think would have been a close game if AD played. Rockets probably would have won by in the area of 5 to 7 points. It would have been a very close game if Anthony Davis played. But I think the Rockets still would have won without Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis played. The Houston Rockets are playing great basketball right now, and some people aren't even realizing that. They're just, they're just looking at this game and saying, okay, Lakers suck. Rockets, they got off easy. The Rockets still terrible. That's what I was looking at the YouTube comments from the highlights. If you go to the NBA YouTube channel, and look at the highlights of the game, and then you look at the comment section, people just crapping on the Lakers and saying, well, the Rockets are still terrible. But and then people are still thinking the Rockets aren't going to do anything. They're still going to have a terrible season. They're still going to be bottom in the Western Conference. And I just don't understand it, because if you're watching the Rockets right now, if you're watching the games, you're looking at the way this team is playing offensively, the way they're shooting the ball from the outside, and the way they're playing defense. Last 4 games, they've only averaged the last 4 games, the Rockets are giving up 99 points per game. They gave up 119 to the Hornets, and this is throughout their winning streak. 119 to the Hornets, 89 to the Kings. Against the Kings again, 97. And then against the Lakers, 94. So their defense has been really well throughout this 4-game stretch. And their three-point shooting has been outstanding throughout this 4-game stretch and throughout the whole season, even when the Rockets started out 0-3 to the season. Jalen Green over the last 4 games has played great basketball. On the season, he's averaging 20 points per game. I just want to go over the last 2 games for the Rockets, which is pretty outstanding for the Rockets right now. Jalen Green against the Kings played 26 minutes and scored 23 points. Against the Lakers, played 21 minutes and scored 28 points and shot 5 for 6 from 3. He is shooting the ball amazing from 3 right now. Alperen Sengun is having a great season. He's right now he's the best player all around for the Rockets right now. He's averaging 18.3 points per game, averaging 7 assists per game, I believe, and 8 rebounds per game. And Fred VanVleet, he hasn't been, he's a little bit of an offensive slump right now, but he's averaging 15.6 points per game. He's shooting 36% from 3. And not only that, but he's averaging 8.5 assists per game, which is 5th in the NBA with assists per game. The only players ahead of him are LaMelo Ball, Trae Young, Tyrese Halliburton, and Luka Doncic. All those players, you can argue, are all-stars in the NBA. So Fred VanVleet is looking really good for the Houston Rockets as well. Jabari Smith Jr. is playing good basketball. He got off to a slow start for the Rockets this season, but he's really starting to fit in well with this team. Is averaging 14 and 7 and shooting great from the outside. They just got back Tari Eason, who is arguably their best rebounder, who in his first game last night against the Lakers was on a minute restriction, only playing 14 minutes. But still managed to have 9 points and 9 rebounds and 2 assists. And shot 50% from 3. And he's going to be a great addition to have this guy back for the Rockets. It'll be great to have him back. And then Ime Udoka is leading them as the head coach. And also another player I forgot to mention, two players I forgot to mention, Jayshawn Tate averaging 7 points per game for the Rockets with 3 rebounds per game, shooting 47% from three. He had 14 points against the Lakers last night. He's playing great basketball for the Rockets. And then Dillon Brooks, who's, even though he has struggled in the last 2 games against the Kings and the Lakers, although he's still playing great defense in those 2 games, is still shooting 53% from three. 53.8%, which is still like top 6 in the NBA with 3-point percentage, and is still averaging 15 points per game with 5 rebounds per game, and shooting, I believe he's shooting like 55% from the floor. So this Rockets team is playing great basketball. The leadership of Ime Udoka has played a big part of how this team is starting to win games, and the leadership of Ime Udoka, the veteran leadership of guys like Fred VanVleet, Dillon Brooks, and Jeff Green. I think Jeff Green is playing a big part of this team, and I think that's another thing. I just think when Jeff Green is on the floor, I think he's playing a big impact on this team, bringing veteran leadership, and I think that's what guys like Jeff Green, Dillon Brooks, and Fred VanVleet are bringing. And then Ime Udoka as a head coach has been great with disciplining these guys. And another thing that I really loved hearing from Ime Udoka last night is that Ime Udoka told Jalen Green before the game against the Lakers that Austin Reeves made the USA team over him. And Austin Reeves only finished the game with 7 points, while Jalen Green scored 28 points in 21 minutes. He is motivating these guys to win their games. He is motivating them to play better basketball, which is something I don't think Stephen Silas ever did as the head coach. He just kind of sat around and did nothing, in my opinion. Although I don't blame Stephen Silas, because I think, I like Stephen Silas. I just don't think he's meant to coach a losing basketball team. If Stephen Silas is ever to be a head coach again, I think he needs to be the head coach for a team that is supposed to win, not supposed to lose. Obviously, you never want a head coach that's supposed to coach a losing team, but I just think that he came in here expecting to coach a winning team with James Harden and Russell Westbrook, and then James Harden and John Wall and the rest of the team they had, and then it just became a crap show. And I think that I don't blame him at all. I think he's doing a solid job in Detroit as assistant right now. As of right now, I think Ime Udoka has been, great head coach for the Rockets. And if he continues to coach this team like this, I believe he will be one of the front runners for head coach of the year. But like I said, it's only 7 games in the season. So let's see if these guys can continue to play like this. And let's see, by January, February, we'll see where they're at. But I think by January, February, it will be a really good thing for this Rockets team right now. And I think a lot of people are underestimating them. I think they will be a play-in team in the Western Conference. I think they have the talent too. And we'll see. That's the video. If you guys enjoyed, learn thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.